In extra geography, in an English girls' boarding school, two teenage best friends grapple with the challenges of girlhood, friendship, boys, studies, and growing up, and embark on their school project, falling in love. Extra Geography is directed by Molly Manners, and this film is her narrative feature debut, and Extra Geography just debuted at the 2026 Sundance Film Festival. Extra Geography is a mildly interesting coming-of-age story, not really anything we haven't seen before, but I think the reason why the main strength of this film is probably the casting. Every single role, down to the tiniest small role, is cast to perfection, and that is the main strength of the film for me. The two lead performances, Mina played by Galaxy Clear and Flick played by Mami Dugan. In their feature debuts, they really nailed the two lead performances. They're very charming and they really bounce off each other very well. I just had the sense that before the filming, they'd spent a lot of time together just to get that chemistry right, and they really do nail it. And the other main role in this film is Australian actress Alice Englert, playing a New Zealand geography teacher. And in this film, the two girls decide that their project, because they really want to be worldly, because when they graduate high school, when they go into college, they really want to be worldly, international, and put some whole range of things on their resume, and have decided that to be more worldly, that their project is going to be falling in love, and that they hate boys, so for some reason, so they decide that they're going to target their geography teacher, played by Alice Englert, and that leads to some amusing moments throughout the film. I love the way this film is shot. It looks great. Mina and Flick, the way they frame, because they spend most of the film, they're in the same scene together. So, and the way the director frames uses different unique and different ways to frame them in the shot, whether they're in the room or because they sleep in the same room, or whether they're outside or outside doing whatever they're doing there. The way they frame together is very well, and I love it, especially the outside shots are framed very well. So that I really love the look of this film. But for me, the lack of originality and the film, it doesn't really go as dark as it's not really that type of film, but sometimes it teases to go dark but doesn't, and the script just isn't witty enough or original enough to match the performances of the two girls and the other supporting performances in this film. But I do think the film really captures these two girls. They kind of always walking on eggshells around each other. They always want to impress the other one. They're always scared of the other one judging them or disagreeing with what they say. So they're always on eggshells. If I say this or do this, maybe she'll judge me. She won't like me. So, and they don't really seem to care what anybody else in school thinks. They're primarily focused on what their best friend is thinking. So that it really nailed that, and it really nailed It felt a little bit unconvincing at times, but really nailed the naivety that these girls, because they really live in a bubble and they're not really sure what's going on out in the outside world, and so they're they're very naive about very adult subjects. So the film really does nail that. I give Extra Geography 2.5 stars out of 5. This is a mildly engaging coming-of-age story. It's nothing particularly original, and for me, the script didn't really live up to the performances of the whole cast throughout the film, which are excellent by everybody, especially Galaxy Clear and Mami Dugan. But this is an okay coming-of-age story. It looks great. The film, the director really does a really great job of framing these two girls throughout the film. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend this film, but you could do worse than this film, Extra Geography. Thanks for watching. What did you think of Extra Geography? Please comment below what you thought of the film. See you next time. Bye.